Hey Virgo, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel, The Signs of Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do me a favor and drop down in that comment section. Let me know where you are listening or watching this video. I love to hear how far these messages are going around the globe. Thank you, YouTube, for really expanding the metaphysical community. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back to home and thank you so much for being part of the Signs of Tarot tribe. If you have a moment, pop on over to Instagram, check out Signs of Tarot. I take photography about everything, nature, art, food, cocktails. Anyway, and I compare them to what a traditional tarot card read would be. Right now I have a kind of a funky series going on. I'm taking very well-known album covers from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I'm comparing the album cover to that of a tarot card reading. Anyway, your cards are already up because my phone went on the fritz. I know we're in Mercury with retrograde. I know tomorrow's a solar eclipse, so it does not surprise me that my phone turned off. But we are charged and ready to go, and there are very important messages here, Virgo, so I left these cards up. As I start all of my readings, I'm starting today with the bristlecone pine. It's a very interesting card because the bristlecone pine can store up to 40,000 gallons of water. As you can see, this part of the trunk is barren, and it's because the bristlecone pine redirects its water and nourishment to the branches that can flourish. So are you picking and choosing where your time is going right now, Virgo? Are you picking and choosing where your value is? Is it more valuable to spend time with this or with this person or with that person? I have a feeling you're doing a deep dive amongst yourself to figure out where you are best suited and in what situation. The other element of this card is I always say that this is the logical side of the trunk and this is the emotional side of the trump. So it's weird, I cannot even speak. I know all the tarot readers are having a hard time right now. It's just crazy. The words that are coming out of my mouth do not even effing make sense. This is the logical side. This is the emotional side. This is law. This is order. This is head versus heart decision. So I have a feeling that there's a lot going on with you right now. I have a feeling that you are in some very deep mental, emotional thoughts about which way you go, Virgo. So let's dive right into your reading, which I think we need to. First card is the Strength card. In the traditional tarot, I think that you will remember that it's a woman opening and prying open the mouth of a lion with complete confidence. This is a card about confidence. This is also the card, the sign of Leo, which we are heading soon into Leo season. Okay, Virgo, you have strength right now. If you look really close to this card, there's a heart tattoo on the arm. So I think you're hoping that a relationship that you've just started or a relationship that you're currently in is going to go the distance. And I think that this card is very mental. Now I have two mental cards with you right now, Virgo. The bristlecone pine and the strength card. And I think that you're in your head a lot, trying to figure out which way do you go and what is the best for your personal outcome. Okay, then we head into the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles are all about money, stability, investments, solidarity, but it's also connection and a strong foundation between you and a significant other or you and a family member. The Eight of Pentacles has always been a special card to me because it's the card of contemplation. In the traditional tarot, Rider-Waite tarot deck, you will see a gentleman with his arms folded staring at a huge bush that is dancing around 8 separate pentacles, like looking at his life and reviewing every step and every decision and every investment he's ever made. That's what I'm feeling right now. I feel that you're in a head versus heart decision, and I feel like it's somebody either in your life right now, somebody that's new, or somebody that you have not a 10-year relationship with. I mean, it could be. I should never say because time is continuous in the world of tarot. But I think you're in a relatively new relationship and you're weighing some pros and cons right now and you're contemplating. And what you're contemplating right now is all your past relationships. Right next to the Devil card, which was temptation. Okay. I think you're contemplating looking at your behavior at your last relationships. If maybe you cheated on some of your last relationships, if you weren't as honest, if you painted a picture. I'm feeling that this is your energy, Virgo, that you played a role as a devil in your last few relationships. And I think right now you're contemplating it with the current situation that you're in right now. Do I want to be that person I was once in the past? Do I want to not give forth a 100% effort in the current relationship I'm in? I think you're in that stage right now that you might be looking for forever. And in order for you to have forever, you have to build a solid foundation, okay? And in order to do that, relationships are built on trust, love, honor, and communication. Nowhere in there did you hear me say money. Nowhere in there did you hear me say physical looks. It's all about trust, loyalty, honor, and communication. And I think you're reviewing right now all of your past and previous relationships where you weren't so honorable, where you weren't so loyal, where you weren't so trusting. And I think you're in deep contemplation right now, because I think right now, Virgo, the time might be right for you to really explore finding that forever if you're already not in a relationship. And then we get the King of Wands in reverse next to the Queen of Pentacles, okay, in reverse. Okay, I'm keeping it raw and real because that's what I do here at the Signs of Tarot. I keep it raw and real. You're used to being in relationships where money is a very, very big deal in a relationship. If the person you're with has more money, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. If you were with somebody who had more money than you, it made you feel good about yourself. Now that's a whole other video I could talk about self-value and how you value yourself and how the perception of yourself through other people should never be how you perceive yourself. And then we have the Wands, the Queen of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands to me is very flamboyant. It's all about being showy. Here is my Bentley, here is my race car, here is my big house, here's my big fat wallet with a bunch of zeros in it. Here is all my jewels, here is my finest whiskey and my finest wine and my finest wine cellar, and here's my race horses that I own. That is the King of Wands to me. In reverse, you are really looking through very strict eyes. Is that how I want people to perceive me? And with the Queen of Pentacles, I also feel that you're entering a relationship right now, Virgo, where money is not that big of the connectivity between you and this person. Certainly, we all need money to survive, and we all need a lot of money to continue life, but it's not being your focus. And I see that card here twice. Now, put yourself where you belong. Girl or guy, guy, girl, it doesn't matter. Queen and king, it doesn't matter. One of you is shedding the need to be the showy person, and the other one of you is shedding the need to be with somebody with a lot of money. And to me, you're both at the same place at the same time, readjusting your value systems about what's important. What's important? Trust, loyalty, dedication, communication, and true love. And I really feel both of you are doing that. And why? We get the Death card. You're transforming. You know, when they say it's divine timing, when somebody comes into your life, that time is right now for you, Virgo, because I think a like-minded person who's ready to not give a shit about the mansions anymore has entered your life. And I really feel both of you are transforming. And we get the Two of Pentacles, which is always a choice. It's the Jester bobbling 2 pentacles. So there could be a choice of A, moving in together, B, purchasing a home together, C, moving to a different city or state together, B, A, B, C, D, E. I can't even talk, I'm telling you. This solar eclipse is kicking my tarot card reading ass right now. It's about making choices. Okay? Now the Jester in the original Rider-Waite deck is bobbling up and down, suggesting that sometimes that you make choices that are risk involved. Sometimes you're making unwise choices. Sometimes you're making flippant choices, okay? In this card next to Death, I feel like you're trying to make straight, secure choices for your future, okay? And I really feel that with this new relationship or your current significant other, you're really in a transformative state about making value-based decisions. And I think that that's beautiful. We're gonna head into your last 2 cards. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. I'm going to take a couple more qualifiers with the Rider-Waite. I want to make sure that you guys can see these. Okay. There's some fear-based situations from both of you because you guys are both going through such a traumatic, dramatic change right now with who you are, with your patterns, with your thought process. It's hard going from the person who wanted to have it all and show everybody that they had it all to the person who really has downsized their life and are happier and more committed to the things that value you and the people that value you. That's a tremendous adjustment, and kudos for you for going through that adjustment, okay? But with that comes fears. Like, you'll take one step forward and say, that's amazing, we went to this incredible dinner. It wasn't an $800 a night dinner, it was a normal dinner. It was a dinner at Chili's or Applebee's or Marie Callender's, or I don't know where you're, it was just at a normal restaurant. And then the fear sets in. Is this person gonna care about me if I'm not that flamboyant person, flashing cash, spending $600 on a bottle of wine, going to the finest restaurants? So you take one step forward, excited to jump into this relationship with a standard that is all about your heart and your soul more than financial gain or really the value system of how other people look at you. And then you take one step back with fear. The Lover's in reverse. Will this person really care about me and love me if I don't show them all that I'm worth? Okay, and this is an amazing card. Upright, constantly fighting, defending yourself. In the reverse, not giving a shit what other people think. This is beautiful energy for you, Virgo. I don't think I've had a more beautiful reading for you in a long time about coming of age, about loving yourself, about self-worth, about self-value, about really wanting to show your true authentic self to the person that you care about, rather than this flamboyant, showy, I have all the money in the world and I have all the toys in the world. You've really toned it down, okay? And when I get the Ace of Swords in reverse, I'm not afraid of that card in the reverse, okay? It's just telling you to take a little bit of time. The Ace of Swords in reverse to me is making sure that you walk and stand in your authentic truth. Okay? It's being a little bit guarded. And you know what? With all new relationships, Virgo, the worst thing we can do is wear our heart on our sleeve in the beginning. When I get those Ace cards in reverse, they really show time for me. So a new beginning is starting. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay? It's also about communication. Okay? And when we get that card in reverse, it is a little bit you wondering if the person you're with is telling you the truth. Going back to the fear here of really wanting to show your authentic self and true self, but living in fear that if you don't show the flamboyant side, you're not going to be well received. You're a little bit on guard. Is the person really telling me the truth? Is the person really happy? I'm going to tell you this from my heart, Virgo. I'm not afraid of the Five of Swords. To me, in a reading like this, the Five of Swords is all about protection. I don't feel like he's stealing the swords. I feel like he's taking the swords away so the game can no longer be played. That is how I feel like with the Five of Swords, especially in this particular reading. Some people, a lot of tarot readers, feel that that's a liar, cheater, stealer card like the Seven of Swords. I don't. To me, that's a card of protection. You see him taking the swords away and you see people walking away. You are done playing fucking games. You are done inviting people into your world that enjoy playing games. This whole reading is all about self-awareness, self-fulfillment. It's a beautiful card. Two of Wands. You're making a choice. You're making a choice to move forward with this relationship. With the world in your hand, you have decided to give it your all and be truthful and be honorable. You're watching for your ships to come in, okay? The Sun in reverse is a little bit of a bummer. It really is. But maybe one or both of you are having some fighting with your children right now, or maybe one or both of you will have some issues with your children being concerned about this relationship. You know, sometimes even as we get older and our children get older and we move on and start meeting different adults and their parent, they have some resistance. And I see that as you guys get together, your children are going to be a little bit like, you can't fall in love with him, or you can't fall in love with her. What about dad? What about mom? So I do see that your children may have a little bit of resistance, but you're letting all of your burdens of the past go, Virgo. Again, this was one of the best reads I've had for you in a long time. God bless. Namaste. Get out of your head. Okay? And understand value is your heart on the inside, not what you show on the outside. Drop me a comment. Tell me where you're from. Take care.